Jennifer Lopez looks back at her iconic role with nostalgia after 2 decades. 2 decades ago, a role emerged that would not only define a moment in cinema, but also reshape the trajectory of one of the most influential entertainers of her generation. Today, we revisit that moment through reflection, memory, and the passage of time. It's been over 20 years since that film. When you think back to it now, what comes to mind first? Jennifer Lopez, smiling softly. Honestly, it feels like another lifetime, but also like it was yesterday. I remember the energy, the excitement, and not really knowing how big it would become at the time. She was already rising, balancing music, dance, and acting. But this role demanded something deeper. Interviewer. Did you realize, at the time, how significant the role would be? Lopez. No, not at all. You never really know. You hope people connect with it, but there's always that uncertainty. I just focused on doing the best job I could. Cut to behind-the-scenes reenactment. Lopez rehearsing lines, director giving notes. Lopez, VO. I remember being nervous. I wanted to get it right, not just for me, but for everyone who believed in me. The character was layered, strong, vulnerable, and unforgettable. What was the biggest challenge in bringing that character to life? Lopez. Finding her truth. You can't fake emotion like that. I had to really dig into myself, into my own experiences. Lopez, continuing. There were days on set that were emotionally exhausting, but those are the moments that stay with you. When the film was released, it resonated far beyond expectations. Interviewer. Did you feel the cultural impact immediately? Lopez. Yes, and no. You feel the buzz, the reactions, but it's only later that you understand how deeply it affected people. Cut to fan testimonials, people speaking about how the role inspired them. Fan 1. It made me feel seen. Fan 2. She showed strength in a way I hadn't seen before. Lopez, VO. Hearing those stories, that's what means the most. Segment 4. Behind-the-scenes memories. Light-hearted music. Candid photos, laughter on set. Interviewer. What's a memory from filming that still makes you smile? Lopez, laughs. Oh, there are so many. We had long days, but we also had so much fun. There was this one moment. We couldn't stop laughing during a serious scene. A reenactment. Cast breaking into laughter. Lopez, continuing. Those moments remind you that filmmaking is a team effort. It's not just work, it's family. 20 years later, both the artist and the audience have evolved. Interviewer. How do you see that role differently now? Lopez. I see it with more compassion, for the character, and for myself. Back then, I was pushing so hard. Now, I understand the importance of balance. Close-up. Reflective pause. Lopez, continuing. I've grown, not just as an artist, but as a person. And that changes how you look at everything. Segment 6. Legacy and influence. Montage of younger artists, red carpets, interviews citing Lopez as inspiration. Narrator, VO. The role didn't just define a moment, it inspired a generation. Interviewer. What does it mean to you to know that your work influenced others? Lopez. It's humbling. Truly. If something I did helped someone believe in themselves, that's everything. Segment 7. Revisiting the role. Interviewer. Would you ever revisit that character? Lopez. Smiles knowingly. You never say never. But it would have to feel right. That character meant so much. I'd want to honor that. Segment 8. Nostalgia and gratitude. Soft piano music begins. Narrator, VO. Nostalgia has a way of softening the edges of time, turning moments into memories, and memories into legacy. Interviewer. When you think about that time in your life, what do you feel most? Lopez. Gratitude. For the opportunity, for the people, for the journey. Pause. She smiles gently. Lopez, continuing. It was a special time, and it will always be a part of me. 2 decades later, the role still resonates, not just as a performance, but as a moment in time that continues to inspire. Lopez, VO. You never know which role will stay with people, but when it happens, it's magic.